I have not had no issues with nobody that I could think of. No. And it wasn't even because, I probably could, work from up or something.
So I got no issues because nobody want to raise an issue with me.
No, man, nah. I just, man, I'm a family-oriented person. I love people. I like to talk to people. I like to, meet new people. And I just love the fact that people get to meet me and see that I'm not what I look like.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of The Check-In. I'm your host, NeAndre Broussard, founder and CEO of Black Menswear. I'm here today with my guy, Corey Calliet. Some of y'all might know him as probably the buffest guy in LA. But we are here for another episode of Check-In where we have the opportunity to check in because we know ain't nobody gonna check in on us but us. So we're gonna take that responsibility as black men to go ahead and do so. Again, I got my guy Corey Calliet with us today, man. Corey, what's up, brother?
I'm good, man. Thank you for having me.
Nah, man, thank you for being here. So I always start with one simple question. Mm-hmm. What is one quote that might have changed your life? Best quote you've ever heard? What's one quote that you heard along the way that has resonated with you for all these years?
You have the ability to control the outcome of your situation. And that sits deep with me because I remember I was 26 and I literally remember saying, remember when we was growing up, they were saying, you can be anything you want to be in this world.
Yeah.
And at that time, I was leaving the Postal Service to become a trainer. And I was starting a new life. Because, if you hear my stories, you don't just leave a government job in the South to just become a trainer.
Yeah,
you don't do that.
Right.
And I remember being in my car and I said, I understand now what they mean, what they say. You can be whatever you want to be in life. You can do it. And everything that I've done, from then to now was me controlling it. Mm-hmm. And first of all, believing in self. Mm-hmm. And that's how I was able to change. Funny enough, my daughter, she texted me this morning. She said, Dad, you think I don't be bragging on you all the time? And she brought up this, she pulled up her notes and she said, whatever project she was doing, she said, one quote my dad always said is you have the ability to control the outcome of your situation. He said anytime she's want to step out and do something, she always remember that she controls how the outcome going to be. And I said, look at my baby.
Oh, man. That's a feeling, though, ain't it?
It is,
when
man.
Your child, like that, Dad actually do listen.
They do. I was wondering. I was like, okay, but she does. Yeah.
No, man, that's a great feeling. Well, this season, we are peeling back the layers, mm-hmm. right? So top layer, physical appearance. Second layer, your mental. Mm-hmm. Third layer, your foundation when it comes to like business, entrepreneurship. And then the fourth layer is the core, the mm-hmm. relationships, the family, mm-hmm. the community. Mm-hmm. And so I'm going to kind of go through a couple of those layers with you here today. I like what you said with your code. It really focuses on the mental, right? Mm-hmm. Layer 2, mm-hmm. really being able to change your outcome because of what you believe about yourself and what you do. Now, you've branded the Calliet way. Mm-hmm. Does that really lean into that as well, where you're helping your clients to really understand the outcome happens based on what you put in and what you can produce?
I mean, in fitness, that's what the core of it is. If you don't put the work in, you won't get the result.
Yeah.
And I think if you apply that to anything and everything in life, relationships, family, jobs, business, no matter what it is, if you do not put the work in, you won't get the result. And that's something I teach everyone, not just clients. You could be whoever you want to be, because like I told you, one of the most admirable things that I receive when people talk to me is, Corey, you inspire me. Mm-hmm. And what inspires you? It inspires how I live my life. If I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. Mm-hmm. And if I didn't do it, watch out because I'm about to get it done. Mm-hmm. And that means I'm believing in myself to do it, which goes into having the ability to control the outcome of my situation.
Yeah. Have you ever had, I know you have, had a client that just didn't get it mentally? And was there something that you did that kind of flipped the switch? Or it's like, look, all right, we're struggling right now. I've told you about the nutrition plan. I told you about the consistency in the workouts, but something isn't clicking for you. And what was it that took them over the top? And it was like, all right, okay, now they get it. Now they're moving forward with the strategy.
Maybe in the beginner days, before I was like Mr. Calliet, I had people that did that, and mm-hmm. I had to I had to coach them into coaching them to believe that they should believe me. Mm. If you realize what I say, coach them to believe they should believe me. Yeah. What comes in just like, look what I did that person. And people sometimes, they don't always believe it the first time. You have to show them, and you have to make them a believer. if you look biblically, people didn't believe that God could turn water into wine. They didn't believe that he can heal the sick. And when he started to do it, people started to believe it. Then they wanted to follow. And I think that's what happened with me. People were not trusting the process at first.
Yeah.
And then once they see a little bit of a result, I say, all you need is a little bit. And when you see a little bit of change, then you start to believe in the process. And for someone to say like overly just like did not believe in what I was doing, I never had that. I'm luckily enough to never have that. Nope.
It's because you intimidate them with your arms.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yep. I never have sleeves on. Nope.
No. So from a let's say somebody that's out there that's like, you know what, I wanted to fix my outer layer one, but I struggle with the motivation. What's something that you could say to somebody to help them really get motivated? Is it all results driven, or is it truly like knowing that you can fix the top layer kind of trickles down to everything else?
Make people understand motivation is it's like gas. It's gonna run out soon. Understand? But you're always gonna have a driver, and with the driver, they can go get more gas. Because people like to rely on one thing in motivation, and when that motivation runs out, they don't have it.
Yeah.
I make people see. I need you to see what you can be. So anytime I have someone that comes into me, the conversation in the beginning is never a conversation of what you want to look like. I want you to tell me your life.
Yeah.
Because then I know what's going on to know whether I can fix you, change you, or help you. Then I start the artistic form starts to come out when I can see exactly what you look like. And I say, just believe me, it can get there. And they're so, I don't want to say sold because I don't sell nothing, it's the truth. But I make them understand it.
Yeah.
They say, okay, I want to follow it. Now, the thing about following it is you're probably going to need motivation because the shit going to be so hard. But I say this. Motivation is the close of consistency.
Okay.
Which is the heart of discipline.
Okay.
If you have the discipline, the consistency which builds the discipline will keep it going, you're going to continue to be motivated by what you're doing. If you break it down, it's the body of mindset to me. I just made that up just now. That
Lock
was really
it in.
good.
Yeah.
Damn, that was great.
Yeah.
Y'all better
lock that in. Yeah. When you think about like A-list celebrities, right? You trained A-list celebrities for blockbuster movies consistently. And like thinking through when you have a client in that space, right? And I'm thinking about entrepreneurs now, right? For anybody that has a business, you have to train different clients for different roles, right? How do you like modify, or what process do you go through to understand what your client needs for that, so that way you as the entrepreneur are getting the results that they need? Or do you do everybody the same way?
Everybody gets hard work, but give me a script.
Yeah.
Give me the director and give me a storyline. And I can tell you what I'm gonna put together. Because everybody's different.
Yeah.
The movies I've done, I always go to the director, I say, tell me where at. They actually have it, because we have everything like on the calendar how it's shot. I say, give me the dates I need to know, because I need 7 days before this, but I need to know what's going on with the character. When I got, when I had Winston a little bit as M'Baka for Black Panther, I needed to know M'Baka's story, and I need to understand him. Killmonger, I needed to understand who was Killmonger and what he needed to do, so I can create that. My thing is to visualize and create something that people can believe. And that's what that's what made my job kind of better than others.
Yeah.
It's the artistic and it's direction of the director of it.
I remember, it's funny, I don't know if you remember, I called you, it was like last Christmas, because my in-laws was arguing about the Creed cast. They were like, who was bigger? And I called you, and he was like, I mean, they both were swole, but one of them definitely was a little bit more cut than the other.
Absolutely.
But you, like, how does it feel to have, like, do you when you look at your work on screen, do you, like, kind of take a step back and like, yeah, I built that?
And I did 10 years ago.
Okay.
This is me being honest. Now I'll be like, we know what it is. I'm gonna put,
yeah.
You know, it's funny. Mac Wiles. After Creed 3 came out, I was on my treadmill in the gym. He said, "You know what you did?" I said, "What?" I said, "No." He said, "Creed just went over 100 million in a weekend." He said, "You know that's mainly because of what you did." And I said, "Damn, I do this."
Had to think about it. Yeah.
I did. I had to have a moment. A little tear came on my eye.
Yeah.
And I've been a part of history when it comes to bodies on the screen.
Yeah.
Black Panther, it didn't hit me until we was coming from the press tour, coming from London. That was the last stop. And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
And then the first time I ever saw my name, because see me, I'm gonna make sure my name is in the credits. One thing about me, you're gonna say my name.
For sure.
You're gonna
Yeah,
see my name.
for sure.
I don't hide in the back.
For sure.
We don't do that. There's articles to prove it.
Yeah.
When I see my name up there that say fitness professional Corey Calliet, it's like, yeah, I do this.
Yeah.
You know, and that was always a proud moment for me, all the time. But now it's like, you know, I had Lizzo and then Kiki and all that stuff. It's like, yeah, it's cool. It don't do the same thing it used to, but I'm always gonna be proud of my work.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Well, that I know that leads to kind of your next phase of on screen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you've been on screen a lot more lately.
Yeah.
For you, how does that transition from being behind the scenes to now, like, nah, put me on screen?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how have you been able to kind of change your mental approach to being able to get those roles and getting more calls in that regard than versus the calls of just, hey, we need you, you know, to be on set to train or to sculpt the frame of who we want to have on?
First, it was imposter syndrome, like I told you last time, and insecurities.
Yeah.
Because you sit around these people and you believe that they put in so much work that you should be able, you don't deserve it yet. So then you go to trying to prove who you are. When I put all of that to sleep and to bed, the actor started to grow. The work started to begin different. And now I train for a living. I train acting. And I've made leaps and bounds much faster than a lot of people. So it shows you a lot of people don't train, they think they could just do it. And it was also fighting against, I'm the celebrity trainer. I'm also the buff guy, so you gotta watch that. And then I'm the buff guy and I'm not ugly. So, you know, you don't have the henchman look. It's like, okay, he might look too good or too big to be next to the star. So I have to always show up and be ready to go. And the transition, you know, being acting more now has been, I get so much, I love it. To dive into another character, to become something that I knew I can be, and go to a place to be able to react that and replay that, to give to someone to be able to connect to, has been outstanding.
Yeah.
And it feels good because I'm only going to get better.
Right.
If anybody know, you know, I'm going to get good at everything.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
see me doing, if I start doing it, you better believe I'm going to.
Because you're going to put the work in.
I'm going to put people understand, put the work in.
Yeah.
And it's not what I call blank work. You actually working towards something. Some people just making steps to a dead end. You know, people that went down, it said dead end at the street, but they still went down hoping for something else. Nah, mine don't have a dead end. This morning I was with Wilmer Valderrama. That's one of my close friends and my client.
Okay.
We was running this morning, and I was bringing up, like, Michael Jai White is my he's what I action acting black guy.
Yeah.
And he said, Corey, you know, the difference with you is this: you're gonna be you. He said, there's nobody that's you. He said, the way you look, the way you move, the way you act, how you are with people. He said, they don't have nobody else that can do that. He said, you think about Arnold Schwarzenegger. When Arnold Schwarzenegger came into the industry, they loved him. They had to create for him because nobody else can do it. I am pushing that because we don't have besides, you know, we only have Michael Jai White right now. We don't have Wesley Snipes that much no more. And then you're going to have Corey Calliet. And mark my word, that's what it's going to be. Yeah. And, you know, it's funny I do all the action, but I haven't done too much action stuff. You got to do a lot of drama and everything else, which is good because I want to turn them chops up. Yeah. But when that day comes, you're gonna get a text and it's gonna say, "I told you, I got it."
No, for sure. Well, speaking of new roles, right? I see you are in season 2 of Churchy. Shout out Kev. Shout out Mark. Yeah. For you, like getting a role in a rising comic, because I think Churchy's gonna be here for a while.
I think it is.
But for you, like how was it getting the role? And how do you embody a role that you feel as though it's not you in a sense, but it's you partially?
So funny, Kev DM'd me. And one thing I would say about Kev is Kev, when he knew I was acting, he always supported and he always, you know, checked to see. And I'm always pushing, like, I could do this, I could do that, because people don't know, like, I can do comedy, I can do dry comedy, I can do those things. You don't expect it because you never tried it. And he DM'd me and he sent me the script. I said, I like it. And I looked at the character breakdown, and I just thought about some people I grew up with, you know, who Big Ray was going to be. Yeah. And then I saw the funny, you know, notes to it. And one thing about comedy, if you don't do comedy all the time, it can intimidate you on a set with all comedians. because you don't want to overdo it. You don't want to just like be too dry. And we did the role, we did the part and everything, and I thought I didn't know what I did. And they hit me up and was like, Corey, you played Big Ray so perfect.
Yeah.
He said, you played you.
Yeah.
You know, and you gave the charisma to it, you gave the charm to it, and you played you. And I was like, I did? And they showed me like, you know, a little bit of my scene. I was like, damn, I hit it on, it was on point.
Yeah.
And those things allowed me to know that I'm getting in my groove. So you could bring anything to me as long as I study and do the work. My thing is to bring me to it. Bring me to the character, because I've experienced so much life and I've did so much and I have not forgotten it. I can go to it and I can understand it and I can portray it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm a big proponent of relationships, and I think you know, one of the things you say with that is because of how you've shown up in places, how you position yourselves, you've built relationships that are now coming into fruition, like the seeds planted for the harvest.
Yeah.
LA is a tough place, bro.
Hard.
From what I've heard, I'm glad I don't live here.
It's a lot.
But from what I've heard, LA is a tough place. But how important are relationships to and I don't ask this question like how important are relationships to get to take advantage of people to get what you need, but how important are relationships to like stay top of mind? Because, you know, out of sight, out of mind. But if you're able to stay top of mind and you build relationships, actual relationships with people, then you start to get calls, you start to get DMs, you start to get texts. How important are they in this city?
One side of it is your network will determine your net worth. The other side of it is getting to know your people. And not only that, leaving a good impression on people. You need to go, you want to become something, you need to be where they are. You're not going to get it being inside. And one thing is, everybody, a lot of times in LA, somebody got something to say about somebody else. I don't judge nobody until I meet them. They can say they're the worst person in the world. Not to me, I don't know.
Yeah.
So everybody gets a fair chance at showing me who they are, and I do the same. Yeah. And when you good people, people like good people. You know what I'm saying? I have not had no issues with nobody that I could think of. No. And it wasn't even because, you know, I probably could, you know, work from up or something. You know,
so I ain't got no issues because nobody want to raise an issue with me.
No, man, nah. I just, you know, man, I'm a family-oriented person. I love people. I like to talk to people. I like to, you know, meet new people. And I just love the fact that people get to meet me and see that I'm not what I look like.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, oh, man, I love him. Queen Latifah said, she said, Corey, you know, when you walk in the room, as soon as you smile, you change the entire room. She said, your aura is like that. Mike said that one time, too. He said, you have an aura when you walk in the room, bro. He said, you walk in the room, people be like, who's that? You know, and I use that as my gift and as my good thing, not as a weapon. Some people can use that as a weapon. Yeah. I don't want to intimidate nobody, because if you're scared of me, you're not going to trust me, you're not going to want to talk to me. True. But if you like me, you want to open up to me, and then we can talk to each other.
For sure, for sure. I mean, you talked about a family, right? How old's your daughter now?
She's 20.
Man, you got a grown child.
A grown child.
How is that? I mean, obviously you've gone through toddler, then teenager. Now she's an adult.
Yeah.
But she's sending you text messages like, Daddy, I'm listening. How is it transitioning into having an adult child?
Shoot, man.
Can't you call her a child no more? Adult.
I can't. She's a little woman.
Yeah.
She's still my baby.
Yeah, for sure.
And I see moments of it. She checks in on me a lot. Me and my daughter are really close. And the biggest thing is my daughter's going on to do her own thing in life, and she's responsible, and she's doing it right. And when I think of like her first day of school, me bringing her to school, and then her graduation. At her graduation, I remember this. She was, Jesus, that made me want to cry. She was coming into when they was walking in. I saw her like looking up like this, and she was looking for me. Yeah. And I texted her and I said, I'm here. Yeah. My daughter's always looking for me, because I always told her, I said, no matter what, I'm always gonna be there. And when I literally saw her like this, and she's like, where my daddy could be? And I texted her and I said, I'm up here, and I told her where I was at, and she calmed down. Yeah. And that's big for a father. Yeah. Because no matter what, she's always gonna be your baby. And you know, we hung out for Father's Day this year, went to Miami. And I was like, I'm with my grown child. Yep, with my grown child. Yeah. And we hang out, and I'm just proud of her. Yeah. I'm proud of her for being a wonderful woman. a young lady that's respected, that's respectful, and she never changed. Yeah, man, it's amazing. Yeah.
Now, you didn't make her do like drills and stuff as a child just because you wanted her to work out more, did you?
She didn't even work out.
Okay.
I remember working out with her, and she would just like, I was getting ready for a show. Camilla would come she'd be next to me, and she'd move the weight. Do it, Daddy.
Yeah.
And you got to keep doing it because you want to be strong in front of your daughter. And I was like,
struggling, but hey, we
like, do it again, Daddy. She back up and clap. I was like, oh God.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get through it though, because she ain't about to see me weak.
Yeah, for sure.
Nah, but there's only one time I remember like running a mile with her. She might have been 6. And she went, I'm gonna run with Daddy. Okay. And we ran a mile, and she slept the rest of the day.
Yeah.
That was
knocked
great.
out.
She was done.
Knocked out.
The greatest mile ever.
Man, it's a thing when I think back on like young times. Like you train people, you do all kind of exercises, but like as a youth, as a jit, what was one workout you hated to do? Right? You think about PE class.
Bear crawls.
Bear crawls?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. The whole core just burning with the legs.
You in the South.
Oh,
yeah.
It's hot. Oh, yeah, because you better crawl the field.
Yeah, we play on the field. We
yeah,
young.
Yeah.
And the grass wasn't cut. I hated it.
Rocks.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Yeah.
But, it did something to me. It worked out some kind of way.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was it. It was bear crawls. I'll do burpees before I do bear crawls.
Nowadays, that's your mindset?
Yeah, I'll do burpees before I do, because I can do a burpee good. Bear crawl, it's either bear crawl or you're going to look like a monkey.
That's fair.
Gorilla, you can
too
just.
High. You too high. Yeah.
Bear crawl, you got to be down there.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I didn't like it at all.
For sure.
Nah.
For sure. Okay. At least I know that if I'm ever going to challenge you something,
Do
hey, bro, let's go get this bear crawl.
Bruh, you won. You can have it. You can have it.
Now, let me ask you, man, what's one thing that you really think, like being from the South, right? Now, I'm a Texas boy.
Yep.
You from the boot.
Yep.
We different.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of that may also come from the fact that we different because we like to slow things down a little bit more.
Yep.
We appreciate, I like to say we appreciate time
Yep.
A little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
But like being in LA, what's one thing that your roots have what's one thing that your roots have contributed to being here that you feel like have helped you to become the success that you are?
My peace and quiet.
Mm.
In the South, we slow down. We like to have that moment.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I think it's just being respectful. Having manners.
Mm-hmm.
Coming from the South, coming from the strong women that's raised me. And also, I know what it is to go through the mud and not have.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people out here don't really understand that. They don't know what working hard is. When I got out here, I was like, oh, this supposed to be hard? Okay, I'll be all right.
Yeah.
But it's those things, man, that I take from home. It's that having that time to yourself, and not always trying to be in the in crowd.
Yeah.
And, being respectful. Because when you're respectful, you respect it as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, that's good, man. I think they say that piece is powerful.
It is, man. If somebody trying to mess it up, peace out.
Yeah, facts.
I can't do it. Not at this big age, man. I'm not saying no, indeed.
Man, so you thinking about it too. You like transitioning into your Carter, your Cowboy Calliet, not Carter, Cowboy Carter, but
Cowboy Calliet phase.
Yeah, how was your style, your fashion? How you feel like you would address it in today's day, like as you transition? I remember you and I talked last time a couple years back. And he's like, man, Drew, I love wearing suits, man, but I can't ever find nothing that fits me, so I got to get everything custom made. And then I got to cut the arms off of some stuff. How's your fashion?
Funny enough, you've been seeing me in suits a lot lately.
Yeah, yep.
My fashion instinct is growing up. It's becoming more grown man, more tailored. The cowboy thing, the confidence came from my guy, big stylist, Jason Rembrandt. So I remember for a premiere I had to go to, and I had a cowboy situation. And I hit him up. I said, how does this look? You know Jason Rembrandt?
I don't.
He's the guy.
Okay, for sure.
And he said, bro, honestly, you pulling that off. He said, I wouldn't even expect that from you because I don't expect you to just come out your shell like that, just like you so, you keep it simple. And I wore it once, and the response I got to myself first was like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
But it started from when I did that photo shoot as a cowboy.
Yeah.
I saw this
Yep.
other black guy with a cowboy. He was on a horse, and I said, okay, I want to do that. And that's where it started. But then, like, the whole thing, the whole get up with, like, I started wearing it all the time. And my response to it was like, oh, nah, this is who he is.
Yeah.
And I like it. So my thing is like, I know how to put it on. I know a lot of big guys that they can't dress.
Mm-hmm.
So I always try to make sure that I'm clean, it looks real good,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be a statement piece. I need you to, when you walk past me, I need you to do like this.
Yeah.
You know. And then I guess what helps with acting is you have to be open and vulnerable to do whatever. I wear this wherever.
Mm-hmm.
I've been on red and it works for me.
Mm-hmm.
It gotta work.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had one person that say you look goofy. Cause you know in the South you say nigga look goofy.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
you're gonna start questioning yourself. You're like, Bush is goof ass down. I've not got that. I've not got that. So I'm like, okay, perfect. And you know, the cowboy era goes deep into my family. There's a cowboy named Lash LaRue. He's a older cousin of mine. He's an actor from 70s or something like that. And I had no idea. And my aunt told me, she said, this has been in your genes the whole time. Yeah. Literally my genes, cause you know. Yeah. And I love it, man. I wear cowboy boots just to wear around, and they're comfortable. Mm-hmm. I said, dang. And I can ride horses. I'm like, all right, I'm going to finish life off with this. Yeah. I like it. Yeah. You know, I'm just not going to move to Nashville or nothing like that.
Man, you can come to Texas.
I'm fine with coming to Texas. Yeah. I actually want to come to Texas.
So thinking of that, man, we kind of wrapping things up here. I got this beautiful timepiece. I see you got a beautiful timepiece on your arm there. Yes. Shout out my guys from Compass. Nice. You talk about the horses, and I like to ask you this question: like, what's one thing? It doesn't have to be expensive, but what's one thing you got your eyes on? That you're like, man, I think I'm gonna get that one day.
Most of the stuff I have my eyes on, it don't be one day. It be like I'm going to get it. My business manager tell me that all the time. Mm-hmm. You just like buy. I don't know. It's probably a jet.
Come on now.
Yeah, it is a jet because I be having these issues with like the planes
with travel. Yeah.
And they be delayed. Yeah. If I'm gonna be late, it's gonna be my fault. Yeah. That is that. I gotta say that because anything else is within my reach. I'm gonna go I'm about to get a Hummer. Yeah. I already got other cars, but I want a Hummer. Yeah. I'm gonna get that new one. It was beautiful. Yeah. I think that fits me too.
It does.
But honestly, a jet and a horse, man. I'm going to get me a beautiful horse. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like I said, you could get that horse and come on out to Dallas, right out to the suburbs. You know, we welcome you with open arms at DeSoto.
Listen, I would love that, man. Yeah. I love that. I told one of my friends I'm going to come down there and I said, we're going horse ride. Yeah. I
see you down the street. Yeah. Right down the street. Like it's
normal.
You drive around it with your car. Like, you ride a horse today. Like, drive around it. Man, Corey, bro, I appreciate you, brother. Man, I appreciate you joining us. And again, folks, we're here on the check-in. We've had Corey Calliet on today. And we just peeling back these layers for black men. Because like I said when we start, ain't nobody going to check in on us but us. So we're going to take that responsibility.
Absolutely.
We've talked about the top layer, which is your physical appearance. We've talked about the second layer, your inside layer, which comes back to your mental. We've talked some about the third layer, which is the foundation from a business perspective. And we've also talked about that fourth layer, the core, the relationships, the family. And we end the episode the same way every single time. Mm-hmm. And we got a chance to do this at the Derby event. Mm-hmm. I want you to look into that camera, repeat after me, and finish this statement. Mm-hmm. Dear black man.
Dear black man.
Now, it doesn't have to be super profound, because what we found is that there's a lot of profoundness in few words. Mm-hmm. But from one brother to another, to all the brothers that are watching this show, repeat after me and finish this statement.
I got
Dear
you.
black man.
Dear black man. Man, stop worrying about the stuff that's going to keep you up at night that don't need to worry about. You are important. Love yourself. Believe in yourself. And stop sweating the small stuff. Because us as black men, we try to stress over everything. It ain't that deep.
It ain't that deep. But you know what is deep? Liking, subscribing, and sharing. You know you like this episode, so I need you to do those three things. Don't keep this information to yourself. There's somebody out here that needs to hear Corey's story, as well as the stories of all the amazing men and women that have been on this platform. So do that for us. Let's change the world together. You see another episode of the Check-In here with Black Menswear, and we out.